Here's how to find the inverse of a function. So here's our first example. We need to find the inverse of this function, or f of x. Now, the important thing to note before we start finding the inverse is that f of x is basically the same thing as y. Like if you were to graph this, you would have an x and a y value, right? So f of x is basically just the same thing as y. So we're going to rewrite this as y equals 2x plus 2. And the reason we're doing that is because the next step of finding the inverse is to switch the letters. So y is going to become x, and x is going to become y. So instead of y, we're going to put x equals 2 times y plus 2. Now, technically, this is already an inverse equation, but we need to write it as a function, which means that we're putting y by itself, just like it was up here. So we need to get y by itself using algebra. So we can get rid of either this 2 next to y or this 2. I usually get rid of the 2 that's less attached to y. So we have addition here, so we need to do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. So we'll subtract 2 from both sides. These cancel out. And on this side, we just have 2y equals, and then we just have x minus 2. You can't subtract a number and a letter, so it's just going to stay as x minus 2. And now to get y by itself, all we have is multiplication because there's no sign in between. So we need to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So we'll divide both sides by 2. These cancel out. And on this side, we just have y. And now on the other side, this might be a little complicated, but remember we need to divide out from the x and from the 2. So first x divided by 2, well, you can't divide those, so it's just going to be x over 2. Or another way to write that is actually 1 over 2 times x. But you could also just put x over 2. That's fine as well. And then we have minus 2 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we now have y by itself, and this is what y equals. So the final step of writing this as an inverse is to change y back to f of x. But because this is an inverse, we actually have a special format for that. You're going to write f to the negative 1 of x. This is our symbol for an inverse. And then we just write what it's equal to. So that's 1/2 x minus 1. And you'll notice that we moved y over to the left and this stuff over to the right side of the equal sign. That's fine. Usually we put f of x to the left. So this is our final answer. This is the inverse of f of x equals 2x plus 2. All right, here's another example. If you want to try this one out for yourself, go ahead and pause the video and do it, and then unpause and see how you did. So just like before, we need to swap out f of x for y so that we can swap the letters around. So we're going to have y equals x squared plus 1. Then we need to swap x and y. So y is going to turn into x equals x squared is going to turn into y squared plus 1. And now this is our inverse. But to write it in this format, we need to get y, or f of x, by itself. So first, to get y by itself, we need to get rid of this plus 1 that's hanging next to y. So we'll do the opposite of plus, which is minus. We'll subtract 1 from both sides. These cancel out. And on this side, we're just left with y squared. And on the other side, we have x minus 1. You can't do a letter minus a number, so it's just going to stay x minus 1. And now we need to get rid of this squared that's on y. The opposite of squaring is square rooting. So we need to square root both sides. So the squared and the square root cancel out, and we're just left with y. But on the other side, the important thing to note here is that whenever you square root both sides of an equation, what you're really doing is plus or minus square rooting. And the reason for that is, for example, let's say we had the square root of 9. The square root of 9 is 3. But technically, minus 3 times minus 3 is also 9. So when we square root both sides of an equation, we need to do the plus and the minus version. So there's nothing we can do to this. There's nothing we can simplify here, right? So it's going to stay as plus or minus the square root of x minus 1. And now the last thing to do is to change this into the function format. So we need to change y back into f of x. Or in this case, we're actually doing the inverse version, which is f to the negative 1 of x. And that's going to be equal to what we have here, plus or minus the square root of x minus 1. So there you go. This is the inverse of f of x equals x squared plus 1. So now you know how to find the inverse of a function. But there's another important thing you need to know with inverses, and that is how to take two equations and find out if they're inverses or not. So if you want to learn how to do that, you can watch this video right here. And as always, if you have any questions about this video, go ahead and leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to answer your question. Thanks for watching.